again.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna talk?
Well, I guess one weekend up at his parents' cabin, he was just trying to be the good host. He was putting on a fire for everybody, and he thought that he'd be kind of the tough guy, make some kindling out of a big piece of wood. So he stepped on it and he started smashing with his foot, and it flipped up and actually cut his eye open. So he ended up in the ER that evening. So instead of it becoming like a good social event or just fun, casual time, he ended up at the hospital, bleeding profusely out of his eye. I think today he still has a scar, actually. And we all think it was the glasses actually saved his eye. So we're very thankful that he wears the hipster glasses that he does. So I think that's it, though. I wasn't even up for it, but I got to hear, I heard the recounts many times the next day. So yes, happy birthday, Treece.
All right, Brian, Treece, and I, we haven't done it yet, but our dream is to get tased together. So every once in a while we get drunk as hell. Unfortunately, we're never in the same spot, so we can't really do it. But the cops say that if one of us punches the other, we can get tased. So hopefully tonight.
Yeah.
Hey Treece, I'll never forget your 4th birthday party. It was kind of like this one, except there were more games and it involved a backyard. I gave you a remote control car. You probably still have it, but I'm so glad that we're now celebrating your birthday 26 years later. And I'll probably never forget when you, on the first day of orientation at Concordia, came up to me and creepily said, "Is your dad Ryan Larson?" When I was, coming to big college after small high school, that maybe thoroughly creeped me out to have to say yes. But I'm glad it was you, and our friendship has grown ever since. Maybe not your 4th birthday, but at least since we were 18 at Concordia. And I'm so happy that I'm here to celebrate with you. Have a great new decade.
25 months ago, I was at the lowest point of my life. I was lonely, I was broke, I was desperate. 24 months ago, I met Brian Treece. Fast forward, today, I drive a 2002 Dodge Stratus, 24 MPG. I have a 5-piece living room set, renter's warehouse, and I now live in the 2nd-tier suburb, Circle Pines. Call it happenstance, call it coincidence, I call it Brian Treece. That's it.
All right. Human Services. They aim to curb homelessness around the state of Minnesota, and they do some fantastic work. We're going to have Richard Amos is going to say a few words about St. Stephen's here. If you haven't had a chance to, he's going to be wandering around with the donations bucket. We'd love to get some more support for their organization. Without further ado, Richard, come on up. Thank you very much. Thanks, Brian.
You know, I've been to a lot of gigs before in my life, but this is the first time I had somebody for their birthday decide to give something to the homeless. So I really thank you for that, Brian. A lot of people don't know that the majority of the homeless are children. You know, mothers fleeing domestic situations and children. You know, I remember I was looking for housing for a family one time, and a kid asked me, he said, "Sir, is this going to be my room?" And I said, "Yes, it probably will be." You know, and his mom said, "No, you have to share with your brother because we can only afford this." And he was saying, "Well, I'll be glad when I get a place to live, because every time I'm dropped off at the shelter, the other kids laugh and tease me because we're homeless." And from that point on, it made me realize to hurry up and find them housing as quick as possible. So I thank you for inviting us to come today to collect the donations that may help people buy bus cards to look for work, may pay for application fees when applying for apartments, or may pay for a deposit for someone to get into an apartment. So your money goes far. It doesn't go a little ways, it goes far. Because people, when they get a job, how you gonna get there if you don't have no money? If you don't have gas money, if you don't have bus money, how you gonna get there to work, to be able to afford the apartment in the first place? People don't think about things like that. So I'm glad that Brian had the audacity to say, hey, I want to recognize the homeless and do what I can to help eliminate it.
Alright, I'm super honored to be playing tonight for two really wonderful occasions. And my friend Ryan on guitar over here asked me to play, and I couldn't say no. My name is Maida, by the way.
Twilight glow I see blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kiss goodbye and part, man knows no power. Blue eyes crying in the rain. Thanks, I didn't write that one either. Group I played is called Brian, Paul, and the Ardents, and we're around a lot. Brian's a good dude. Brian is one of the few people I've kept in contact with for a long time. And I, Maida asked me beforehand how often I talk to Brian. She's like, "Are you guys like this or like this?" Or, and I didn't really know what to say. I didn't want to equate our relationship to any kind of hand gesture. But I said, Brian and I probably talk like, maybe twice a month, which is, more than I talk to a lot of people, which is really weird. And that just kind of like dawned on me. I was like, man, I talk to him like more than I talk to certain family members, which I thought was weird. And Brian is a dude who's around town a lot. I mean, and it's my job to be around town playing music. And sometimes I think Brian's around more than I am. And Brian and I talk a lot about music, and we always disagree on everything. And if we do happen to agree on something, we disagree why we like it.